What does it truly mean to win? How much joy do we actually take from a victory? And how long does that feeling last? A win almost always feels good in the moment, yet sometimes it can be bittersweet, especially when we care about the person standing opposite us. Because for one of us to win, another must lose. And throughout life, we all find ourselves on both sides of that line. If the feeling of winning is so brief, if it fades as quickly as it arrives, then perhaps the true issue is not the result, but our attachment to it. When we allow our identity to hinge on outcomes, we become fragile. When the result doesn't go how we hoped, the easiest response is to blame the external, the opponent, the conditions, the moment. Looking inward requires accountability, and accountability is uncomfortable. From here, two paths tend to appear. One is to avoid challenge, change the environment, lower the difficulty, choose only situations where we feel safe. To do this is to reinforce the idea that failure must be avoided, that the problem lies outside of us. It is easier to lose without trying than to give everything and still not win. The other path is to step forward regardless, to try with everything we have, knowing we may fall short. This is where growth lies, beyond the protective walls of ego and self-preservation. But we can only walk this path when we release our attachment to the outcome. When we stop measuring our worth by the score, something shifts. The anxiety, the pressure, the fear of not being enough begins to loosen. Letting go of the outcome does not mean we care less. It means we are no longer ruled by the result. We play, we strive, we compete, but our identity remains intact, regardless of what the scoreboard says. Your mindset is the difference. It is the thing that holds you back, or the thing that lifts you up. So the question becomes, do you change your environment to make things easier, or do you change your mindset to become better? Do you define yourself by a moment, or do you value the experience of growth itself? You are not defined by winning or losing. The deeper lesson is how you carry yourself when things don't go the way you wanted them to. There is strength in striving without attachment, caring deeply without being destroyed by the result. To walk that line is where true confidence is born, because ultimately, the result fades, but who you become in the process does not.